Ashe, greetings, a grand rising, a grand and beautiful day to you all once again, my fellow natural, native, earthly humans. And welcome back to this part 3 of another perspective analysis and interpretation of the very famous prose poem called Desiderata by the late Max Ehrmann. Yes, you don't know that it is yours truly, I, the Mystic P, along with, yes, my companion. This is my old bass guitar. And as you listen very carefully, you hear my chirping bird sounds right here, chirping and echoing the natural healing, the natural comforting, the natural therapeutic sounds in the background, also in the foreground and all around yours truly. Now, if you haven't yet watched part 1 and part 2 of this series of talks, I will suggest that you please do so before you continue to watch this part 3, or that you please do so as soon as you finish watching this part 3, you'll go back and watch part 1 and part 2. To me, it's like reading, or you may find that it is like reading a book. You will get much more understanding, and overstanding of what the author of that book is trying to convey, or is conveying by reading the book from start to finish, from beginning to the end. It flows, and you will see, what he's saying. You don't necessarily have to agree, but of course, another perspective. So, with all the relevant questions and answered in part 1 and part 2, let me begin my analysis and the sharing of my interpretation, insights, and perspectives, aka another perspective on this that I, the Mystic P, personally consider to be a very deep, a very profound and practical piece of philosophical literature or philosophical prose poem. And let me begin by first reading the entire poem for you, because we're going to analyze it. So let me begin this by reading it. And I quote the poem. It said, "Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence, as far as possible, and without surrender. Be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. Even the dull and the ignorant, they too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. Now, if you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. So enjoy your achievements as well as your plans and keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to advert you. There is, you see, many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. To be yourself, especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Be on a wholesome discipline. Be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe. You're no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt, the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, or whatever your labors and aspirations. In the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham judgment, broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Strive. Strive. Be cheerful and strive always. Strive. Strive to be happy. Ashe. Desiderata. 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 Max Ehrmann. So please join me again tomorrow for part 4. And that is if I am gifted with another day, and one in which I continue to experience in full joy, good health, freedom, safety, and good relationships with people like you all, my listeners and well-wishers. Join me tomorrow, where and when I will continue to share with you some more of my perspective, my analysis and interpretations and insights of Desiderata, aka another perspective and interpretation of Desiderata by yours truly, I, the Mystic P. In the meantime and between time, I ask that you lively up yourself, full joy, and be more and more and much, much more, and definitely not. I don't want you to be less. No bless. Maybe you'll be blessed around here. AKA bless. Now, for I am the Mystic Philosopher. Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.